Admiral? Commander? We have a problem. The Idris relay that we use to outsource our jump calculations is malfunctioning.
Malfunctioning. What's our effective jump distance?
It's difficult to estimate with just the onboard computers. The red line extends beyond Helios Alpha, but we'd probably need an intermediary jump to get anywhere significant outside of the system.
This is what an ambush looks like, Commander. Find us a way back to Helios Gamma immediately. I want Daedalus under the cover of Ragnar's clouds before the Cylons can attack.
Sir?
Yes, ma'am.
We suspect a satellite at Caprica Terminal may be the source of the Idris interference affecting our jump distance. I have the briefing packet ready.
Yay! This mission! What was I saying? Oh yeah. I can, like, I don't need to do shit all. I cannot waste I cannot waste Tillium. Oh, fuck me running. God damn it. I should have wasted the Tillium and jumped. Whatever. Because now I don't have a Battlestar to play with. And anyway, moving on. They are 3 on 4. I like those odds. But as I was saying, yes, Starbuck.
Yes, Commander.
Katie Stackhoff is hot as fuck. And, like, brilliant actress. And, like, I really like a lot of things they did with her character and what they did with Starbuck over the course of the show. But like it was really hard for me to root for Starbuck because like she seems hell-bent on self-destruction. Now mind you, that's probably why she was such a good pilot, because like she wanted to die and she was so reckless, like does not care about her life or living. That like her flying style would be like very aggressive and like, oh my god, I can't believe that pilot's doing that shit. Like they're gonna die, and then they just don't die because you know they do that shit. Fine, and I mean perhaps that makes her character a bit more believable or relatable. But I found it really hard to root for her, just because it's just like, you know what the right decision is. And I mean, oh God, and they've been doing that shit since, I mean, it kind of goes into her backstory. I guess the other thing that fills me with rage is like, she was, in my opinion, so, like, obviously in love with Apollo. And I mean, she never
Yes,
really went for him. I mean, she went for his little brother, and I mean, I get it. Maybe she thought Apollo was out of her league. Who fucking knows? I don't know if they really...
Hostile unit identified.
I don't know if they really explain. I don't remember.
IFF confirms unit is hostile.
I should say, I don't remember if they really explain why, she never went for Apollo as opposed to, like, going for Zach.
Yes, Commander.
I don't know if she was not confident. She thought
So
Apollo
say
was
we
over
all.
league, which would be very much extremely out of character. But anyway, it seems to me like her
Yes,
whole
sir.
thing was she was always pining for Apollo, and like her ridiculous self-destructive tendencies comes from
Missiles incoming.
ultimately what happened to Zach. Again, like all these things make sense from a storytelling standpoint, but I was just like, you know, I'm watching the show, my first time watching the show, and I'm just like yelling at the screen. I was like, you fucking idiot, stop it. Oh god damn it, Apollo. Starbuck, why? Anyway, I loved Apollo. Chief Tyrell was also another guy that was like really well written. I'm a little...
Yes, sir.
I think
Yes, sir.
original Boomer and original Ting were pretty. I mean, they were pretty boring characters. Like Colonel Ting in the original series, he was basically like he was your Commander Riker, right? Like he was the right hand man. He was stern but fair, and like he was really, and he was like behind Adama almost to a fault, and he would just make sure things worked well, and he was genuinely a really good character. And in the reimagined series, he's just this bitter old drunk. I'm not sure why he's a bitter old drunk. I don't remember if they say why he was a bitter old drunk. PTSD from
On it, Commander.
From like war, perhaps.
So say we all.
I don't remember, honestly. I probably only need one volley of missiles. One volley of missiles might even be too many. Nope, one volley of missiles was absolutely perfect. Excellent. And Boomer, I mean, oh god, Boomer, they put her through the fucking ringer in the new series. Oh wait, do I want to do that? Fleet's FTL drives are still spooling. Yeah, because if I wait here, I'll just end up burning Tillium, and I won't have anything to show for it. I should at least get this done so I can burn Tillium building ships. But yeah, if you don't have the tutorials, you can really just loiter around when you're playing the campaign and what missions
Fleet
to do.
group is jumping
But
in.
back on
3,
to like Boomer.
2,
Holy fuck.
1.
Sharon. Ah. I actually liked the Boomer Tyrol
Sir,
relationship.
Caprica Terminal has been locked down and local forces are en route to our position. Readings indicate there's definitely a bogus transmitter in the area.
Civilian lives are of value. Their property is not. Find and destroy any relay hijacked by the Cylons.
Okay.
You heard her, Commander. Go blow up somebody's satellite.
So, anyway, since we know how this mission's gonna go, I'm just gonna make a beeline for like over here because the Cylons are gonna show up over here. But yeah, like I really like the Tyrol and or Tyrell, I don't remember how to pronounce his name now.
So say we all.
And Sharon relationship.
Yes, Commander.
I thought that was very. I like that. That was nice, and I mean, I get it. Oh, you know, blah blah blah. They shouldn't cheat. He's a superior. He's her subordinate. Blah blah blah. Officers, NCOs. Blah 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 blah. And I mean, you know, I get it, but like, it's not like
yes,
she
Commander.
had command over him. They worked together. Like I feel like they should have. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a military man. Maybe you shouldn't have fucking leeway with that shit. But like, Jesus Christ, Picard was like, do you remember like that one episode where he, a lieutenant commander from stellar cartography, and Picard became a thing. Not commander, like a lieutenant commander, like I mean, I get it, science officer, like they don't really interact because she does her thing in science and he commands the bridge, blah blah blah. But like, that was like his direct subordinate, and like people didn't seem to give a fuck about that. I mean, again, comparing Star Trek, which is more of a
the satellite is
mostly science
destroyed.
fiction.
We can
Where
leave Helios
this
Alpha,
is more
correct?
Military
Not quite
drama.
yet, Admiral.
Science fiction.
Idris data is still compromised. I've got another candidate for the source of the interference, however.
I'm not curious. Agathon. Was it Sharon Agathon? No, it was Chief Tyrell. So Tyrell was his last name, right? Oh God, I don't remember now. It's been so long since I watched the show.
Missiles on their way.
I mean, but on top of Boomer, they had.
Yes, Commander.
I mean, they had Athena, right? And Athena was awesome. Like, I'm really glad to see that kind of romance. That was a really nice part of the show. Like, it was a happier part of the show, where the show was like 5 years of everyone being miserable. I'm not saying that
Sir,
that's not what it
new
should
Dratus
have been, but
contacts.
it was nice.
Terminal broadcast isn't expecting any arrivals, so we have to assume the jumpers are
The
hostile.
jumpers are always fucking hostile. This is a game. Anyway, yeah, and I mean, like, the president and the admiral's relationship, like, that was great. It was like the perfect love-hate relationship. Like, both of
Understood.
them have their responsibilities to the fleet, and they think there's a certain way that they need to do their responsibilities. And I mean, they're not wrong, but they are often at odds, because, you know, they're like, well, you know, we should go about it this way, and no, we should go about it this way, and one's going about it from a very, like, HR, you know, management kind of standpoint. The
unit
other one's going
identified.
at it more, you know, politically, and the other one's going more at it from a military standpoint. And, like, oh, and I friggin' love Adama. Like, Commander Adama was just solid casting, solid character.
Yes, sir.
Like, and again, and the father son stuff with Apollo, like, oh my god, there is so much awesome in that show that I am totally willing to overlook the fact that I feel like Starbuck
Missiles
was
incoming!
being stupidly self-destructive. But again, that's
Interference is still in place, and
that's her
it seems to
thing.
be getting stronger. Commander, I have identified 2 more satellites showing potential interference.
More spoilers. My favorite part, I think, of the show was when Baltar was basically able to get back at 6. I thought that was great, because, like,
Yes, sir.
throughout, like, most of the show, like, Baltar's being, like, harassed by a angel hallucination thing. Again, huge spoilers for the show. Sorry if you haven't watched the show, but if you're watching me play this game, all, like, one of you, and you haven't seen the show yet, stop watching me and watch the show. It's very good.
On it, Commander.
Like, there's, you know, at one point in the show, then Caprica 6, she starts getting harassed. Oh god, did I? Yes, I didn't. She starts getting harassed by an angel hallucination version of Baltar, and it's hilarious to finally
So say we
see
all.
her get a little bit of comeuppance from that. Again, not that she deserved it per se, because it wasn't actually her. It was an angel hallucination thing that just looked like her that was harassing Baltar. But still, it felt really nice. And I mean, I know it's just a
Understood.
show, but that had to be really fun for the actors to basically be, I mean, you know, when they're not screwing with each other like IRL, that in the show they're basically just screwing with each other all the time. And I remember hearing stuff about that. The actor for Baltar, I think, mentioned that, like, his first ever, like, on-screen, on-stage
So
love
say we all.
scene was with the literal supermodel they got to play Caprica 6, and apparently he was just, like, nervous as hell, and she found it delightfully adorable. Like, God, like, it sounded like...
Adamant is taking damage.
Fuck it. I mean, I don't get to keep these adamants, so I don't care if they get blowed up. I should care. God damn it. Alright. Present your good
On it,
side
Commander.
to them and lob missiles at. That asshole.
Yes, Commander.
And they got friggin' Loosely Lawless on the show. Like, oh my god, fucking Xena's here. And I mean, and you know the
Yes, sir.
when you're playing not
Yes, sir.
humans in like science fiction shows, you could really ham it up. So
Adamant
like
is taking damage.
the guys who are playing Cylons, you know, they definitely got a chance to overact and be really dramatic and really chew the scenery, and that must have been quite fun for them. Left's hurting, top's hurting. Christ, the only thing that isn't hurting is the bottom, the rear, and the right. So while you just
Understood.
do something like that, you go do something like that. Did I blow up that satellite yet? Or did I miss it? I missed the satellite. God damn it, fine. Vipers, go blow it up. I'm trying to remember who else there was. The president, she was totally awesome. She was totally scratching the kind of like
On it,
sexy
Commander.
secretary MILF itch that,
Yes, Commander.
you know, people that are definitely not me have. Definitely not me.
Adamant is taking damage.
Glasses on women aren't awesome. Glasses totally don't make women look intelligent and capable and sexy. No. Not at all. Actually, I'm not the only one to think that. A girl I went to flight college with, she didn't need glasses. She just liked the way she looked in glasses. And I can't fault her, because she looked pretty good in glasses. And I think that might have been where the phrase
So
that
say we
phrase
all.
comes from, that I think that just makes them look more intelligent and capable. I might have said that to her. I don't know. I feel like I was literally the only guy who wasn't completely in love with her at flight college.
Adamant is taking damage.
Go to... Uh-oh. Why isn't Adamant taking damage? What's happening to you, friend? What are you... Who is shooting at you? Oh, God. Boost your thrusters. Get the hell out of there. And, like, repair subsystems. What needs... Hangar. Fine. I totally screwed up.
Yes, Commander. No joy, sir. Navigation data is still compromised. They must have control of the entire Idris system by now.
They
Not to
probably-
mention, we've destroyed more Caprican infrastructure in the last few minutes than the entire Cylon fleet could on a good day.
We've wasted enough time. Commander, remove the Cylon threat from Caprica Terminal before any more lives are put at risk.
But yeah, so I'm like, well, you know, we should totally go to flight college to learn to fly, and not, you know, try to find a wife. Although, like, God, so many of them end up marrying people they met at flight college, like, whatever. So what else? Like, I'm trying to think
On
what
it,
other
Commander.
awesome there was in that show. The dogfights look pretty good. So I mean, if I have two grievances, it's definitely Starbucks just ridiculous, self-destructive, I am never going to make the right decision ever tendencies, which is just drove me absolutely insane. I guess I'll launch missiles, finish this mission off. Fire controls screwed. And a shaky cam. Yeah, the shaky cam I found to be quite annoying, because like I remember there was just one semi-dramatic scene and they're just like zooming in on like the president and the admiral, and it's not like the ship was being like rocked around or shot at. They were just like doing unnecessary zooms and shaky cam, like hand cam work. And I mean, I think that was the trendy thing at the time. It just was not for me. I just think it looks a little amateurish, and just it's distracting. Like, so you don't need to always be doing something.
Understood.
That was probably unnecessarily cool, but whatever. Just taking evasive action from my own missiles because I'm a friggin' idiot who does dumb shit. Oh well, whatever. This guy should be toast now if the, Viper pilots would learn to attack where the armor is destroyed, like, from the front or the rear. Come on, fellas, come on. Just fucking wreck this guy's day.
Subsystem is back online.
Thank you. Boom. That mission is
Admiral
unnecessarily
Kane,
long.
Caprican and Quorum representatives are on the line. They want to know about Colonial Fleet's involvement at Caprica Terminal.
Divert the calls to my office, Lieutenant. And get us out of Helios Alpha, Commander, before I am forced to ground the Daedalus for good.
Guess what? I'm not doing that.